The moment many doubted would actually happen is approaching. After years of speculation, Elon Musk has finally confirmed that the long-awaited Tesla Model 2 will be officially revealed in November 2026. The announcement was made with the usual mix of mystery and excitement, and is already setting the electric technology world abuzz. What's even more surprising, however, is that Tesla reportedly began producing prototypes in June, quietly, away from the spotlight. No one expected the company to be so discreet about something so important, which only heightens the anticipation. Anyone who follows Tesla closely knows the brand loves a show. And if there's one thing Elon Musk knows how to do, it's turn a launch into a global spectacle. The Model 2 is expected to be unveiled with pomp and circumstance at the big shareholder event, which also serves as a showcase for investors and enthusiasts around the world. While many still believe this car will be an all-new model, Musk has made it clear that it will come with a more streamlined design. It won't be a brand-new hatchback as many imagined, but something already known, just in a new form. The decision to adapt an existing model rather than create something from scratch isn't random. This decision will allow Tesla to save time and cut costs without compromising the brand's essence. The base model will be inspired by the already established Model Y, but in a more compact, lighter, and considerably cheaper version. This alone is likely to cause quite a stir in the market. After all, it's not every day that a giant like Tesla decides to launch a more affordable model. And with Musk's direct approval, no less. The most interesting thing about this strategy is that, even before the official launch, the Model 2 will already be shaking up the automotive industry. The movement at Tesla's factories, especially in Fremont, should indicate that something big is coming. Reports point to camouflaged vehicles circulating in the region, further fueling speculation that assembly of the first test models is already underway. If true, Tesla engineers will be racing against time to get the car ready for the big November event. Even without official images, many people will already be trying to imagine what the Model 2 will look like. And that's where the anticipation game gets more interesting. Tesla has always been a master at creating mystery, dropping only crumbs of information in interviews, earnings calls, or cryptic social media posts. It's likely the final look won't be revealed until the right time, perhaps not even until the day of the event. And it's precisely this scarcity of details that will keep everyone on the edge of their seats for any news, no matter how small. Some say the name Model 2 hasn't even been decided yet. Some believe the car could even be given a different name, one that's more eye-catching or more in line with Tesla's new phase. That wouldn't be surprising. Elon Musk has a history of changing things at the last minute, especially when it comes to branding. Even the launch event itself could bring scripted surprises, unexpected guests, or even reveals of additional technologies. With him, there's always room for the unpredictable. When Elon Musk revealed that the Model 2 would start at just $15,990, the reaction was immediate, total shock. In a market where entry-level electric vehicles often easily exceed $20,000, this price seemed almost provocative. The surprise came not only from the public, but also from competitors, especially Chinese giant BYD, which until then had dominated the affordable electric car category. No one expected Tesla to be so bold, not even after years of promising a more affordable model. This price, of course, didn't fall from the sky. It's part of a well-thought-out strategic move by Musk to reposition Tesla in an increasingly competitive landscape. After being overtaken in sales by BYD in 2025, Tesla needed a quick, bold, and, above all, impactful response. Lowering the entry price by nearly $10,000 from the previous target of $25,000 was a move no one anticipated, not even the most optimistic analysts. And that's what made the news so explosive. Behind this decision lies a clear objective: to regain global prominence. While BYD is advancing with models starting at $13,000, Tesla seems to have understood that price is more than a barrier. It's a weapon. The difference, however, is that Musk wants to compete not only on value, but also on perceived value. The Model 2, albeit simplified, will carry the weight of the Tesla name. And that, let's face it, will be enough to elevate it to another category in the collective imagination. The psychological impact of a Tesla priced under $16,000 is brutal. It completely disrupts market expectations and forces all competitors to rethink their strategies. Even consumers who never considered owning an electric car will start doing the math. After all, this price puts the Model 2 on par with many popular combustion engine cars, especially in the United States, not to mention the tax incentives that could make the price even more attractive. It's the kind of game-changing proposition. Internally, many people may wonder how it's possible to offer a car with Tesla technology for this price. The answer will lie in the details: simplifications, cuts, repurposing of existing platforms, and a much more efficient production chain. But even with all the adjustments, it will still be a Tesla. A connected car with automatic updates, a futuristic design, and that car of tomorrow feel that has always defined the brand. And this will make all the difference when it comes to purchasing. The strategy could also be seen as a survival move. Not that Tesla is on the verge of collapse, far from it. But the pressure from Asia will become increasingly unsustainable. BYD not only sells at a lower price, but also produces at a monstrous scale. In practical terms, Musk knows that if he doesn't act now, he could lose valuable market share. The Model 2, then, will be both a commercial asset and an emotional card. A response to those who said Tesla only knew how to make expensive cars. When the first information about the Model 2's final design began to circulate, the internet simply exploded. It was as if everyone had formed an opinion before even seeing the car in its entirety. And the reason was no surprise. Elon Musk had confirmed that the new model would, in practice, be a compact version of the Model Y. No futuristic hatchback, no aesthetic revolution. For many, this was like throwing a bucket of cold water on years of anticipation. They expected something new, something that would redefine Tesla's look, not a downsized little brother of an already well-known model. But, as always with Tesla, the story isn't quite that simple. While disappointment hit some in the public, a legion of consumers rejoiced. This is because many people have always wanted a Model Y, but the price made the dream unattainable. Now, with the Model 2 coming with similar features, a smaller size, and a significantly lower price, that dream could finally come true. The familiar look, contrary to popular belief, could be an advantage, a sign of continuity and confidence. It's curious how expectations shape our perception. When the term Model 2 first emerged, it was envisioned as something new from scratch, almost like a rebirth within the Tesla lineup. A bold, disruptive look was expected, perhaps even with different doors or a radically new body. But what will come will be an adaptation, a reinterpretation of what already exists. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Tesla has proven, more than once, that it can do a lot with a little. And in this case, the focus won't be on reinventing the aesthetic, but on democratizing access to the design that has already conquered the market. Furthermore, maintaining the Model Y's essence could bring logistical advantages. Sharing components, structural parts, and even assembly lines will save time, money, and hassle. This will speed up the production process and facilitate maintenance, which will also positively impact the final price. It's a smart move for those racing against time and facing increasingly agile competition. Ultimately, a familiar appearance could serve as an anchor of confidence amid the boldness of selling a Tesla for less than $16,000. Of course, not everything will be the same. The Model 2 will be noticeably smaller, with leaner proportions, fewer sophisticated details, and a more Spartan feel. The rear will have less volume, the front more compact, and the interior space will be tighter. But the Tesla DNA will still be there. The characteristic light line, the smooth profile, and the clean style will remain. And for many, simply looking at the car and recognizing these traits will be enough to justify the purchase. Familiarity will be the charm. Many people may not understand the decision to not innovate so much in design, but just think about how the market behaves. Radical changes tend to scare more than they attract. By maintaining the style already approved by the public, Tesla reduces risks. And let's be honest, in the current scenario, taking risks on aesthetics won't be a priority. The company will need to deliver a car that's affordable, functional, and attractive enough to convince. Not an extravagant concept worthy of exhibitions. To get the Model 2 onto the road at such an unbelievable price, Tesla will need to make cuts, and deep cuts. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the car's interior will undergo a veritable cosmetic and functional facelift. The luxuries many associate with the brand will be replaced by simpler, more affordable, and much more pragmatic choices. And honestly, this is to be expected. After all, you don't create an electric car for under $16,000 while keeping everything found in the top-of-the-line models. The key here will be knowing what to remove without sacrificing the essence. One of the first noticeable changes will be the seats. Instead of the high-quality synthetic leather that has become a hallmark of Tesla models, the Model 2 will come with fabric upholstery. Simple, straightforward, and unfussy. It may seem like a step backward at first glance, but it makes sense. This adjustment should reduce the production cost per unit by about $500. Furthermore, in warm climates, fabric will even be more comfortable than leather. And, with a good finish, it won't be a problem for most users. Another feature that will be omitted is the seat ventilation system. For anyone who's driven a Model 3 or Model Y with cooled seats, this might sound like a huge loss. But think about it. How often have you actually used this feature? Removing the ventilated seats will not only save you $400, but it will also simplify installation and avoid future maintenance issues. In a car where every dollar counts, these decisions will make all the difference. And the list goes on. The Model 2 also won't come with a rear infotainment screen. This might bother some passengers, especially those accustomed to Tesla's premium comfort. But considering previous models like the Model 3 also launched without this feature, it won't exactly be a shock. Plus, the absence of a rear screen should save another $300 or $400. And let's face it, everyone carries a screen in their pocket these days, the good old cell phone. The interior lighting system will also be simplified. Say goodbye to the charming multicolored LEDs and ambient animations. The Model 2 will use standard white lighting, focusing on functionality and reduced cost. This could save over $100 per unit by cutting parts, wiring, and assembly time. Still, the interior ambience will remain functional and modern, just without the frills. The target audience will understand that the car's purpose is affordable mobility, not luxury. Another important change will be made to the windows. While more expensive Tesla models use double-pane glass to improve sound insulation, the Model 2 will have single-pane glass, like most conventional cars. This will result in more external noise, especially at high speeds, but will also save material, time, and weight. Will the extra noise be a nuisance? Perhaps. But for those who want a Tesla at this price, it will be an easily forgivable detail. Under the hood of the Model 2, the changes will be as strategic as the interior. Instead of a dual-wheel drive system like Tesla's more expensive models, the new car will come with a single rear-mounted motor. No crazy power or racetrack-worthy acceleration. The focus will be different: affordability. This new motor will use iron magnets instead of traditional rare earth magnets, which are much more expensive and increasingly difficult to obtain, especially outside of China. This alone will represent a considerable savings. By removing the front motor, Tesla will eliminate not only expensive components, but also an entire layer of complexity in the electronic system. This will directly translate into less maintenance and lower production costs. Performance, of course, will be impacted. The Model 2 won't have that punch in the chest that Teslas typically deliver when accelerating. Expectations are that it will go from 0 to 60 mph in between 7 and 8 seconds. Still, for everyday driving, that will be more than enough. An interesting decision will likely be the reduction in the use of silicon carbide, SiC, in electronic inverters. This material, used to improve energy efficiency, is extremely expensive. By opting for cheaper alternatives, Tesla will be able to keep powertrain costs under control. This change may reduce electrical performance slightly, but the difference will be imperceptible to the target audience. The most important thing will be to keep the car efficient, durable, and with energy consumption consistent with its purpose. Also, in this simplification package, Tesla may remove the all-wheel drive control systems. This will eliminate sensors, cables, moving parts, and all the computational logic required to manage two motors. Instead, the car will feature a direct and predictable configuration. Pure rear-wheel drive, like the first classic sports cars. It won't be a performance machine, but a functional, simple, and efficient solution. And that's what many buyers will be looking for. This more modest approach will also align with the Model 2's compact size. After all, a smaller, lighter car won't require a powerful engine. This will allow it to maintain efficiency without compromising drivability. In cities, where most of these cars will be used, a light and agile vehicle will have a much greater advantage than a supercar with excessive torque. Tesla will be betting on this balance, delivering what matters and nothing more. If there's one component that defines the cost of an electric car, it's the battery. And in the case of the Model 2, Tesla already has a clear answer to this challenge: a 53 kWh LFP battery, which will be the backbone of the project. These lithium iron phosphate batteries are cheaper, safer, and more durable than the nickel-cobalt batteries used in other models. Choosing this technology will demonstrate that Tesla isn't just trying to make the car cheaper, but also to make it more robust and reliable for everyday use, especially for those entering the electric world for the first time. With 53 kWh of capacity, the Model 2 won't be a record breaker for range, but it doesn't need to be either. Estimates are around 200 miles, enough to comfortably cover most people's daily commutes. This range will be a result not only of the battery size, but also of the car's aerodynamics and reduced weight. For a compact model, this will be an excellent average. Tesla won't be overpromising. It will be delivering what's necessary intelligently. It's also worth remembering that using LFP batteries allows for more frequent recharging without loss of performance. Unlike NMC batteries, which suffer more from intense charging cycles, LFP batteries can handle a lot of stress. For those who use their car to commute to work, take their kids to school, or go shopping, this durability will be a relief. And another important point, they don't require more expensive metals such as cobalt, which significantly reduces costs and dependence on complex supply chains. For now, these batteries will still be imported from China, where companies like KTL dominate production. But that will change soon. Tesla is already setting up a dedicated LFP battery production plant in Nevada. And the interesting detail? The company purchased the equipment directly from CATL to ensure the same quality standards. This will allow Tesla not only to reduce production costs by up to $2,000 per unit, but also to avoid import tariffs, a crucial factor in the current trade tensions. The decision to internalize production will be strategic. By bringing manufacturing to American soil, Tesla will reduce logistical risks, gain more control over processes, and become less vulnerable to geopolitical fluctuations. With batteries produced in the US, the Model 2 may even qualify for additional tax incentives, which could further lower the final cost to the consumer. It's the kind of double whammy Musk loves: economic and political at the same time. Even with all the simplification the Model 2 will bring, Elon Musk made a point of maintaining one element that will define the future of mobility: fully autonomous driving capability. Yes, even this cheapest Tesla will come with the hardware needed to run full self-driving, FSD, the famous technology that allows the car to drive itself on city roads, park, change lanes, and even react to intersections and pedestrians. This won't be activated from the factory, of course, but the fact that it's there, dormant, waiting to be unlocked, will be a huge draw. This point isn't just technical, it's strategic. By offering FSD hardware even in its most affordable model, Tesla will ensure that no user is left out of the autonomy revolution. For Musk, this standardization will be crucial. He believes that, in the future, all Tesla vehicles will operate like true robots on wheels. And for that to happen, they need to be born ready. The Model 2 will be like a cheap cell phone that already comes with 5G, even if the owner hasn't yet activated the data plan. Furthermore, the investment in FSD in the Model 2 can be made gradually. Owners can purchase the car at a super affordable price, and later, whenever they want or can, purchase the software package that transforms the car into a digital driver. It's a smart way to democratize the technology and also generate ongoing revenue for Tesla. After all, FSD is expensive,